Hey girl, hey! So this is going to be a first impression on a product that a lot of you guys have actually been asking me about, and it's the wonderful CC cream. You guys know that I did a first impressions and also I think I did kind of like a demo slash no makeup routine with the Ole Henriksen one. I love this one to death. This is one of my favorite kind of cream in the whole like CC BB cream type of family, whatever. I am unfortunately a fan of the Smashbox BB cream. A lot of people actually don't really like it that much, but I actually really liked it. It worked really well for my skin. Personally, I love how it looked, how it felt. I didn't feel like it was too thick. I don't know if it's just how I'm applying it or what, but maybe I will possibly do a routine with it. I'm not sure. I might include it in the Flawless Face series just because I do use other things besides just straight up foundation. The only time I wear foundation is usually when I'm just doing like a full-blown face and makeup for work. So on a daily basis I usually grab for lighter things, things like MAC Face and Body, CC cream, BB creams, tinted moisturizers, etc. I normally don't really grab foundations unless I'm doing like a full-blown kind of makeup look. So that being said, I have actually tried this on a ton of my clients in store. A lot of people really do like it, but I would say most of them dropping things. I would say most of them still like this one. Like I always put one of these next to each other on the skin for them, and a lot of them usually grab this one. The only time that this one hasn't worked for somebody is I guess it was just a little too strong for them. Like I think the sunscreen in it just didn't work for them. That's the only time that a client has told me that she broke out, and I think it was just a little too rich for her. CC creams and BB creams do tend to be richer than usual, so keep that in mind. We're not thinking of, you know, something super light. CC creams are more fluid than BB creams, so CC creams don't feel as thick on the skin like BB creams do. That's for a whole nother video, believe me. So I might do a whole separate video on like BBs and CC creams and what the main difference is, because I do get a ton of questions on it. But in short, I'm going to go ahead and do a first impressions on this one because I've never personally tried it myself. I've only tried the BB cream, and the only CC cream I've personally tried myself is the Ole Henriksen. The only time I try this on a client is when they're actually looking for something like this, or they actually come in looking for it. So this is going to definitely be a first for me. I use the one in medium. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to read that, but I use medium. In the BB cream, I actually use light medium because CC creams tend to run lighter than usual. Sometimes BB creams you can actually get away with using something a little bit lighter because they tend to oxidize on more oily skin. Depending on which one it is, like they usually warm up to the skin naturally. CC creams do also, but I find that with most of them, medium always seems to work with most other ones that I've like swatched on my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and do like about a pea size amount. It's about the same amount that I used for my Ole Henriksen, and we'll see how much this really covers. I did use medium on a client that was similar to my skin tone, and it worked pretty good for her. But I'm pretty warm, like I'm pretty yellow, and I'm like when I get tanner, I'm more of like a neutral kind of golden, if that makes any sense. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna like this in comparison to my Ole Henriksen, because the reason why I liked the Ole Henriksen was just the way it felt on my skin and the way it made my skin look super glowy. So looking at this one right now, the match isn't bad, but it's leaving a little bit of a pinkish cast. Do you see that? It's kind of weird. Not my favorite. And I did not prime my face. This is going strictly on bare skin, so I don't have anything on my skin right now. Most CC creams have built-in primers in them, so you don't really have to prime with anything. So it's also like one of those like one-stepper type of things, just like BB creams are. Really, I don't know. I don't feel like it's covering very well. Do you guys see that? Like it's just okay. I don't know. I feel like I look kind of dead. Yeah? Okay. It definitely helped a lot of my redness, it looks like. But there's this scar right here specifically that I'm trying to cover, and it's kind of making it look a little worse. Does that make sense? Although I'm not using a lot because I don't really know how this is gonna work with my skin, so I'm actually not using too much. I still have like about half left. Coverage wise, it's just okay. You guys already know I don't need a lot of coverage, but I do have a couple of random scarring. I don't expect it to cover that, but with the Ole Henriksen one, it covered pretty damn good. Like you guys saw in that first impressions video, it covered pretty good. I'm gonna kind of let it marinate in my skin a little bit because I feel like the longer I'm letting it kind of sit, it's getting a little bit better. I don't know, I think I like the BB cream from Smashbox a little bit better, because the main difference that I'm noticing between the two, like when I do use the BB cream, is the BB cream covers like right away. Like it truly is a more skin perfector. This one is supposed to do the same, but it's also supposed to help brighten the skin and literally correct it. I don't feel like it's doing that for me. Like it's just okay. Like I'm not completely in love with it. But you can see, like you can even see right here, like it's actually kind of relatively too light for me. I'm pretty warm, but then if I went to the dark, I think the dark would be too caramel. So I don't know. I'm kind of in between with this one. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I think color match wise, it's not really for me. The light medium in their BB cream works a little bit better. I don't know if I just have a lot of high expectations when it comes to CC creams, because the only one I've ever truly tried on my own skin was the Ole Henriksen one, and I was super happy with it. Like I loved how it made my skin look. I love how it made my skin feel. It didn't feel super heavy. It didn't feel like I was wearing a ton of makeup. This one I actually, like it's not sticky, but I can feel it. I don't know. Some people like it and some people don't. Like I would say maybe half of my clients like it and then the other half is just like, it's okay. Most people still like the Ole Henriksen one. Like every time I do compare the two, most of them still like this one's like, oh, I like this side better. So I think it's just a preference. So if you like your skin nice and glowy and very even like me, I'm not sure if the CC cream from Smashbox would be for you. Like for the sake of trying out the product, I'm not gonna set my skin. I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath my eyes, however, like I always do, because the drugstore concealer that I just use tends to crease a lot. So I am gonna go ahead and set underneath my eyes, but I'm not gonna set anywhere else. I'll just go ahead and leave it because I want to see how the product itself lasts. I can tell you right now that if I put a powder over it, I would love it 10 times more. If I did have a powder that I would choose, it would definitely be the Sephora Micro Smooth, just because it has a little bit more yellow in it and would definitely warm all of this up. I definitely don't like how neutral it looks on me. It doesn't look bad, but it definitely makes me look lighter and not in a good way. Like there's a difference for me between brightening and like looking hella light. So I did add a little bit of bronzer. I used my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in Bikini Contest, I think. Yeah, it's just a really like kind of reddish based bronzer. It's kind of dark. So that kind of fixed it a little bit, or not fixed it, but it added a lot more warmth to my skin, where I don't feel like, you know, I'm working overly hard to make this work. I am gonna go ahead and add a little bit of blush as well. But I don't know, looking at it from now, like I just I'm not sure if I like it. Like I don't think I'll wear it again, to be honest. I don't know. I'm really picky about how things match me, so if you're anything like me, you probably won't really like it. Because I don't see this being very camera friendly. It's supposed to be, but I guess I'll test it out with flash and see what happens, because it does have a really high SPF. The BB cream also has an SPF of like 30-35ish, but it doesn't leave like a white cast. It's actually very photo friendly. This one I'll have to test out, because I feel, again, like I said, I feel like it makes me look uber neutral. Like with the bronzer on, it looks better. Like it makes it more wearable. So I can wear this on like a no makeup day, I guess. But I definitely don't see myself wearing this with makeup, like with my full-blown face of makeup at all. I would definitely have to wear a warmer powder on top of it, just to kind of even it out. I might try the light medium and see how that works, because I think the light medium has more of a yellow tone to it. It would be significantly lighter, but it would be easier to make warmer. You know what I mean? Like it's harder to make something neutral into a yellow than it is to make a lighter yellow into a darker yellow. So I can definitely probably work with the light medium instead of the medium. But it's not bad. I don't know. It's alright. I'm gonna have to see how it wears to make an ultimate decision. So it is a little bit later on in the day. It's about 3:09. I am going to school, so I'll be in class most of the day, but I am running a couple of errands before I go to class. I have a couple of things to do, so I'll probably check in a lot later throughout the night and see how it goes. So yeah, about 10 or 11 o'clock is about when I'll get home tonight from class, so that'll be about a good 8 hours for me to decide how it wears. Yes, no primer underneath, no powder on top. I did set underneath my eyes because the concealer I used today creases a little bit. I did add a little bit of mascara, just a little bit of brow powder for my brows, and a lip gloss, and that's kind of it. So I'm gonna get going, and I will check back with you guys later on today. Okay, so it's almost 11 o'clock. It's about, give or take, 8 hours since I put the CC cream on. Some of my makeup has worn off just a little bit. For the most part, my brows are still there. Bronzer's kind of sort of there. I didn't really put a lot on, to be honest. As far as the CC cream itself, I think it's almost about the same. I didn't really get too shiny right here in my T-zone, so that's good. Without a primer, it upheld itself. Without a primer, I would say it held itself up pretty good. Without a primer and without a powder, I would say for 8 hour wear, it's pretty damn good. I would say it looks almost exactly the same as when I put it on 8 hours ago. Today was pretty hot, so I was out running errands. And then I was in class for about half the time, so I was kind of like going like this a lot and kind of touching my face a little bit. I took a nap. It's like a 30-minute nap earlier, so my face was on a pillow. So I would say for the most part it lasted through an average day. Again, like I said, I don't see myself wearing this with a full face of makeup. I don't know if it's just the color that's not right. Like, it looks okay, the color looks fine. It doesn't really oxidize, and if it did, it oxidizes in a good way. Like, it just kind of warms up to the skin like most foundations naturally do. But it doesn't oxidize as in, like, it doesn't get like super dark or turn orange on you. It doesn't look bad. It didn't really wear off. Like, I'm feeling it and it feels almost the same as when I first put it on. I can definitely imagine more coverage with a powder, and I can definitely imagine a smoother application with a primer. But I don't think you really need it if you're just going to use it on a daily basis. If you're the type of person that just needs something to slap on with her hands, or something that, you know, you need a little bit of coverage before you head to the gym or something like that, this would probably be perfect for that. I did notice in flash pictures, though, it did leave a cast. I'm super embarrassed to show this picture, but I'm going to show it to you guys anyway because it shows what it actually looks like. So I would say photography-wise, I don't really like it. So this is a picture of me and my best friend. Please ignore what we actually really look like, but I don't know if you guys can really see the picture itself, but it like really, I don't know, it's like a super white cast. Like, my skin looks super light. Most Smashbox things are actually camera friendly, so I'm super surprised that this one is not. It doesn't look good in flash photography. Like, I definitely look significantly lighter. You can see my bronzer. Like this picture, you can see my bronzer and a little bit of the white cast. I don't know why it looks kind of bluish. It left a weird kind of, yeah, like a grayish cast. I don't know, like when I was in shade especially, when I took a picture in shaded lighting, it was definitely kind of grayish, like sort of ashy looking. But when I took it in the sun, it looked normal. It was kind of weird. So it looks fine in real life, but it doesn't really look that good in pictures. So I don't think I really like it that much. I definitely like the BB cream much better. The BB cream doesn't leave a weird white cast. It also doesn't look ashy at all. I think the reason why the CC cream does is because not only does it have a super high SPF, but it also, it's meant to color correct, and I think maybe the shade just isn't right for me. I don't know if I should get warmer or if I should go one lighter, but definitely the medium was just not the right tone. So maybe if I did the light medium, it'd have the right amount of yellow, or if I mix the light medium with the dark, but then it's gonna get super complicated. The product itself is about 40 bucks, I believe, like 40, 42, so it's almost the same as a foundation. And I don't see myself investing in it that much. So I'm actually not a fan of it. I don't know. I guess I still really like my Ole Henriksen one. I love that the Ole Henriksen one looks really good in pictures. It makes my skin look absolutely flawless. So this was a no-go for me, unfortunately. Mirror. I don't know if I'll do a full-blown review on it because I actually don't really like it, and I feel like I might kind of bash it a little bit. But for first impressions, I'm definitely not impressed. For $40-something, I would definitely just invest in a better foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!